Hi everyone, thank you for taking time to watch this video. I'm Diane and I'm joined today by Josh, part of the Blue Line engineering team, and we are going to walk through the next few minutes the South Shore section of the Blue Line light rail project. Closed captioning is available in English and Spanish by clicking on the CC button or the settings button at the bottom right of the video window. The Blue Line team has established 4 working groups designed to dive a little deeper into each of the project's sections. Stations serve as the boundaries for these working groups. For the South Shore Working Group, the boundaries are the Waterfront Station on the west and the Lakeshore Station on the east. The Waterfront Station is just east of the former Austin American Statesman site. The Travis Heights Station is just to the west of I-35, near the intersection of Riverside Drive and Travis Heights Boulevard. The Lakeshore Station is just east of the intersection of South Lakeshore Boulevard on Riverside Drive. If you're interested in participating in a live working group session so that you can ask questions and provide feedback in real time, please visit projectconnect.com/get-involved to check out events happening now and to sign up for a future working group meeting. In just a moment, Josh is going to walk you through the engineering schematics for the South Shore section. Schematics are a technical term used by the engineering team to develop and communicate the design. Josh will zoom into the schematics and provide a detailed look at the transitway alignment and station locations. There is a legend on each page of the schematics, but you won't be able to see the legend while we're zoomed in, so we wanted to briefly orient you. I'll review some important items. Starting at the top left, the light green color indicates an at-grade or street level guideway. The hatched rectangles are station platforms. The light blue indicates retained cut or fill for the guideway. This color is used to show that the guideway is not at street level, but also not fully elevated. The peach color indicates that the guideway is aerial or elevated above street level. The purple shading indicates an underground guideway, but we won't see that in this section. Green shading indicates a bicycle path, while pink indicates a zone for trees and furniture. Gray indicates the paved roadway for vehicle lanes, and yellow indicates sidewalk or a shared use path. In the middle column, there are a number of different line types indicating different features. For example, the solid red line with notches indicates a retaining wall, while the blue line that's dashed indicates the proposed light rail transit corridor. And the black dashed line indicates the existing right-of-way limit. Referring to the existing right-of-way is helpful in identifying where we might need to acquire additional space for transportation facilities or the right-of-way through the corridor. The rest of the center column is less critical, but we also want to point out the right-hand column, which provides icons for elements like heritage and protected trees, signalized intersections, and bus stops. Just below the legend, you'll see that the schematics read west to east, with west on the left and east on the right. On the schematics, the track is indicated by a blue line showing eastbound to the airport and a red line showing westbound to downtown. Finally, on the right-hand side of the slide, you'll see various cross-sections for the project in some key areas. While the schematics we are about to look at are designed to show us what the project would look like from above, these help show us what the project would look like if we were standing in the middle of it. Josh will describe each of these areas as we show them on the screen, but I'll briefly mention the characteristics of cross-sections. Bicycle and pedestrian facilities, as well as tree and furniture zones, are indicated in green. Car and bus lanes are indicated in gray, and the light rail lines and stations are in blue. With that, I'll turn it over to Josh to share the engineering design plans.
As Diane mentioned, the orange shading represents aerial structures. To orient yourself, we are on the south shore of Lady Bird Lake near the former Statesman site. The project is proposing a signature bridge across Lady Bird Lake, which would not only accommodate the transitway, but also pedestrian and bicycle movements through a shared use path. That shared use path is proposed to connect to existing elements such as the Butler Hike and Bike Trail on that South Shore. As we move further to the south in this area, this is currently a site for future development. Our team is currently coordinating with this effort to accommodate movements to and from the waterfront station, which is shown in this area. The waterfront station has side platforms, which allows for connectivity, easy connectivity from the side for pedestrian movements. The platforms are shown to be 14 inches in height and would have ramps coming down to connect for those pedestrian movements. The transitway then turns towards the east onto Riverside Drive. The current access to the former Statesman site is signalized and would remain signalized as part of this design. And as we head east on Riverside Drive, the transitway is center running, which means it is between the westbound and eastbound lanes of Riverside Drive. And on either side of Riverside Drive, there's also a shared use path to accommodate pedestrians and bicyclists in this area. As we move to the next schematic sheet, we enter an area near the Watermark and Riverwalk condos area that is an area of very constrained right-of-way. In this area, to accommodate the transitway, the Riverside lanes, and the shared use path, there may be property impacts in this area. At Nooning Avenue, our team is currently looking at the potential for pedestrian connectivity to allow for future access to the hike and bike trail and to the boardwalk, as well from the shared use paths. As we head to the east, we continue to have the same section in this area. And as we approach Blund Creek, there's currently an existing structure here. This structure would be rebuilt as part of the project, as it would require reconstruction of Riverside Drive and the transitway for those elements. As we head from Blund Creek to Travis Heights, there is a fairly significant change in grade or elevation in this area. Riverside Drive would remain at a similar elevation to what it is today. So there wouldn't be a change in terms of the roadway itself. However, the light rail vehicles are not designed to make that similar movement. And so an area with a retaining wall and retained fill would accommodate the guideway in this area. There is also an existing pedestrian hybrid beacon or mid-block crossing at Alameda Drive. Our team recognizes the importance of this connection between the Travis Heights area and the boardwalk to the lake, and are working with the City of Austin to identify and evaluate options to maintain that connectivity. There are bus stops that are along Riverside Drive, just denoted in these blue rectangles. Bus service is currently shown to be maintained along Riverside Drive and are noted as mentioned in these blue boxes. As we approach Travis Heights Boulevard, this is a signalized intersection. Off of Riverside Drive, we would maintain left turn movements from the eastbound and westbound directions onto Travis Heights Boulevard. There are also crosswalks which connect to a station, the Travis Heights station, just to the east of Travis Heights Boulevard. This station has a center platform, so pedestrians would walk across the crosswalk into the median area and up a platform ramp to get to the station in this area. As we move further east, here's the Norwood Dog Park as we approach Interstate 35. Interstate 35 is currently under construction as part of, or not under construction, but is currently under engineering design for the as part of the Mobility 35 program. And our team is coordinating with that to identify what this design may look like in this area. Moving on to the next schematic slide. We continue to be center running within Riverside Drive with lanes both eastbound and westbound and shared use paths on either side as well. In this area, we approach Summit Street, which is across from the breakers on the lake. This location would have a signalized intersection with left turn movements heading south towards Summit Street. As we approach Lakeshore Boulevard, this is also a proposed signalized intersection. We would maintain a left turn lane and movement from eastbound Riverside Drive onto Lakeshore Boulevard. This area also provides connectivity through crosswalks to the Lakeshore Station. The Lakeshore Station is a side platform station, and it would be accessed from both either the crosswalks on the east side of Lakeshore Boulevard or the crosswalks on the west side of Shore District Drive. Shore District Drive and Parker Road would also have a signalized intersection and maintain connectivity to Lakeshore Station. As you can see here, we still maintain sidewalk and shared use path along this section, and the transitway maintains center running. Shore District Drive and Parker Road have left turn lanes off of the eastbound and westbound Riverside Drive directions as well. Heading to the east, we approach Royal Crest Drive. Royal Crest Drive is also proposed to be a signalized intersection. It would have left turn lanes off of the eastbound and westbound lanes of Riverside Drive. Moving on to the next schematic drawing. We approach Tenon Ford and Burton Drive. Similar to the other intersections, this one is also signalized and would have left turn movements onto Tenon Ford and Burton Drive from eastbound and westbound Riverside.
Thank you, Josh. I think that concludes our overview of the South Shore section. And we want to thank you all for watching the presentation. And we'll hope you'll take a moment to complete the questions below and tell us what you think about the project's design in this area, including its strengths, weaknesses, and opportunities. You can also learn what the plans look like along other segments of the Blue Line. For example, as the line continues toward the East Riverside and Metro Center Airport videos, and also the downtown video. And please visit our Get Involved page at projectconnect.com/get-involved to find out how to stay involved with the Project Connect program. Thank you.